Let's just jump right into this explainer by introducing the invisible, constant background chatter of your operating system. Because whether you're typing up a document, updating a driver, or literally just leaving your PC sitting completely idle, there is a continuous stream of diagnostic data flowing between your machine and Microsoft. Today, we're going to look at the telemetry behind Windows 11. We're peeling back the layers to see what's actually being sent, exactly why it's being sent, and most importantly, how you can manage it. So here's our roadmap for today. We're going to hit the Windows telemetry tension, break down required versus optional data, peek inside the actual diagnostic data, explore what we'll call the addition privacy divide, and finally show you how to actually take control. Section 1. The Windows telemetry tension. It's all about balancing your personal privacy with platform governance. So what exactly is this data? Well, Windows telemetry, which is largely driven by a background service called diagnostic, or Connected User Experiences and Telemetry, is basically Microsoft's automatic collection of diagnostic data, error reports, and usage metrics. Now, here's the crucial point. Microsoft has completely reframed classic telemetry. They don't just see it as gathering usage stats in a negative way anymore. To them, it's a totally necessary proactive maintenance tool. It's designed to boost security, spot failures across literally thousands of different hardware setups, and push out bug fixes. Which brings us to a massive paradigm shift. Think about it. Is your operating system a static product you bought, or is it an ongoing service? These days, modern Windows is a service platform for sure. Microsoft relies heavily on these baseline diagnostic signals, like tracking crashes, driver hiccups, update rollout issues, just to make sure a single cumulative update doesn't completely break a wildly diverse ecosystem of computers. Without that baseline reporting, doing quality assurance at that massive scale, practically impossible. But if you're a privacy-focused user, this means Windows is, by default, incredibly chatty. Moving on to Section 2, Required versus Optional Data. Let's understand these data tiers. You know, a lot of privacy debates treat Windows data collection like it's just one giant, undifferentiated blob of data. But if you look closer, it's actually a layered model. On one side, we've got required diagnostic data. Microsoft defines this as the absolute bare minimum needed to keep your device secure, updated, and running normally. On the flip side is optional diagnostic data. This adds way richer context. We're talking website activity for certain components, typing and inking recognition, tailored experiences, and even enhanced crash info that might grab a snapshot of your system's memory. The distinction here is absolutely massive. Why? Because that familiar privacy toggle in your Windows 11 Settings app really only controls the optional tier for most of us everyday users. You flip that switch off, and the required data, it just keeps on flowing. And here's the kicker. Almost every single piece of that data sent back is wrapped in rich context. Every event generated includes what they call common data extensions. So whether the event is just a quick update check or a massive crash report, it gets tagged with your diagnostic level, your specific OS build, a unique device ID, the exact time it happened, and often a specific application ID. So the real significance of this telemetry isn't just the sheer volume of data, but the highly identifiable context that travels right along with it. All right, Section 3, Inside the Diagnostic Data. Let's visualize the invisible. Okay, so Microsoft actually offers a tool in the store called the Diagnostic Data Viewer. It's supposed to translate the raw JSON files being sent from your PC into readable events. But get this is wild. Just to turn this viewer on and log the sheer volume of events being recorded on your system, it requires a staggering 1 gigabyte of disk space. I mean, the background chatter is literally so dense that simply looking at your own logs eats up significant system resources. When we actually peel back the curtain using Microsoft's own documentation, it's honestly amazing to see the dozens of required technical events constantly firing off in the background. Take appraisers events, for example. They take an inventory of objects on your device just to make sure server records match your local hardware. Or set up Platform Tell, which monitors the performance of your system upgrades, tracking time and disk space. Then there are driver install events. These log everything from the unique ID of a new piece of hardware to whether you need a reboot to what firmware vendor you're using. They even track exactly how fast your facial recognition starts up, all in the name of optimizing performance. Just accelerating through this list for a second, you can really see the true scale of Microsoft's layered data model. These required events aren't just sitting around waiting for a crash. They're pulling baseline observability from your boot and kernel processes, your BitLocker encryption, and even your Windows Defender anti-malware vectors. It's basically a massive, comprehensive net designed to catch any instability in the ecosystem. And remember, all of this is categorized as absolutely mandatory for the basic health of the platform. Section 4, the Addition Privacy Divide, or as I like to call it, the illusion of the off switch. So this brings us to probably the most critical misconception about Windows 11 telemetry, the idea that every version of Windows behaves the exact same way. Let me be clear, they absolutely do not. If you're on Windows 11 Home or Pro, the standard consumer editions, and you try to set your telemetry policy to 0, Windows actually just enforces a mandatory floor. All that essential required data we just talked about, still going straight to Microsoft. But if you're running Windows 11 Enterprise or Education, administrators can enforce a true off state for all diagnostic data. So the reality is, personal devices just get privacy guardrails that maintain a mandatory baseline of data, while managed enterprise fleets get the real administrative tools to turn telemetry completely off. For Home and Pro users who like to get their hands dirty and dive into the group policy editor or the registry to change that allowed telemetry value, we really need to set some expectations here. As the source material points out, editing the registry is not some magical off switch for a home user, but it is a meaningful assertion of user control. What it does is force the system to honor the absolute lowest available diagnostic level. It essentially overrides any toggles in the Settings app and guarantees you're only sharing the bare minimum required for platform stability. Finally, Section 5, taking control of telemetry, navigating settings and trade-offs. So how do you actually take control of this data flow on your own machine? Well, for everyday users, the absolute easiest and most essential first step is just using the standard Settings app to cut off that optional data. Just hit the Windows key plus I to open Settings, navigate over to Privacy and Security, then Diagnostics and Feedback, and toggle off Send Optional Diagnostic Data. Doing this stops the flow of that richer context data, things like tailored experiences and inking recognition. It's a basic level of control, sure, but it's highly effective for trimming the excess. Now, for the IT pros and advanced users who want to go further than those policy settings allow, you can actually tackle the services directly. If you open the Run dialog and type services.msc, you can track down the connected user experiences and telemetry service. Again, that's our old friend DiagTrack, along with the DMW app push service. By changing their startup type to disabled, you are physically stopping the machinery that gathers and transmits this data. Just keep in mind, this does require administrator rights, and you are modifying core Windows processes. But here is the absolutely crucial thing you have to understand, the trade-off. Disabling these services doesn't magically stop Windows updates. You're still going to get your critical security patches. But it does sever that diagnostic pipeline. So if your specific graphics card driver keeps crashing, or maybe a USB hub configuration fails right after an update, reducing this telemetry makes troubleshooting those system crashes so much harder for both you and for Microsoft. You're basically trading a layer of operational support for a tighter seal on your personal data. And that perfectly encapsulates the modern dilemma with our devices. I'm going to leave you with this final thought to consider. As our machines become infinitely more complex and operating systems continue to transform into constantly shifting services, where exactly do we draw the line between a quiet machine and a stable platform? Is the trade-off of sharing diagnostic data actually worth the seamless updates and bug fixes we've all come to expect? It's a choice every single user and every IT administrator really has to weigh for themselves. Thanks for joining me in this explainer on Windows 11 telemetry. Keep asking questions and keep exploring.